So what a beautiful place to be anchored. There are lots of reefs around here, so I mean, just there is one. Obviously behind us is one. Over there's one. Over there's one. Over there's one. Over there on the markers, cardinal markers one. And when you get further around into these bays, there's even more. I believe that is Kekova Castle, which we've anchored under. And you can see some tombs as well there. So our plan now is, we've just gone stern 2. I've just done a video on out of stern 2, which I will put on my YouTube channel at some point when I do the editing in the winter. There's a stern line over there, stern line over there. If either of these stern lines or both of them broke, we would swing past this reef, which is the nearest point of contact, which is there. It's actually fairly deep right up to it. The idea of going stern 2 is it just keeps the boat in the wind all day without too much variation. So if you look at the yacht in front, who's just on anchor, he's in a different position to us. And if we hadn't gone stern 2, our yacht would be out there somewhere, which takes up a lot of the channel, and it's just easier to keep it stern 2. Takes about 15 minutes. David has to lower the tender, go from here with the line out, drop the line over a rock, which has got some protection plastic around it so the line don't cut through. Although there is still cabling inside this white ribbon, and that's tied off on that back cleat. And then normally he would take the tender and go over that side, but he decided to swim today. So he swam over there, put that line on that rock, tied it off, got them both tight, and then because the anchor's out the front, I then just pulled up on the anchor a couple of metres just to tighten these lines up. And as I say, if the worst comes to the worst and any of these lines were to go, we shouldn't be going anywhere backwards onto this reef. So our plan today now is to go in the tender, go and get something to eat, go and visit the castle and the tombs, come back, do a bit of shopping, relax, and then tomorrow we're close enough to take the tender a mile and a bit over there where the sunken city is and snorkel around the sunken city. Kekova Castle. So we're off to that little bay hopefully. And we're going to take a walk up to the castle today. There's a few tombs there as well we want to look at. Reality, stay put, do as you're told. Don't go off dancing with other yachts, stay there. So the sunken city is over there, which we're going to go and visit tomorrow, but today we're going to walk up around this castle. Yeah, you just got to watch these reefs, there's one just there. It's notorious for reefs, this place. I think we're lucky because where we've gone, we're just before the majority of all these reefs. Yeah. Yeah, go into that bay, you'd hit that, wouldn't you, if you didn't know it was on the chart? Yeah, all the tombs up the top. Yeah, there's another one over there. Can't quite see them from reality. There's all tombs up the top there, as David says, and there's another one just over there. Along with the tombs are also rock cut tombs where they actually cut caves into the mountains.
Shallow here, shall I go on the outside?
I think go round into the bay, Dave, first. Just have a little look inside the bay. I think we're allowed to put these up on the restaurants anyway, so we don't...
Very shallow, I think we're alright.
No, I think you're alright through there. Just go away from that little reef there. I can see if there's anything cropping up anyway. That's a nice little bay, isn't it, Dave? See, somebody's cut all the rocks down into the steps. See the staircase on the right hand side? Clearly see the tombs at the top there. Quite a few, look. Yeah, it is. That wind's picked up a little bit. Yeah, you've got to watch these little reefs, they're everywhere. Another one just there. Restaurant up the top there. Gullet on anchor. That's amazing. Yeah, yeah, it's got a cafe, so you could probably go on there and tie up and use their restaurant. There's that one over there in front. Let's go further around though. Go around this gullet, Dave, and have a look in the heart of the bay and see what's going on.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you see the supporting wall up the top there.
Rock cut too, man. Actually cut into the cliffs.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, amazing place. Yeah, nice view from the castle from here.
Actually looks like a two-built incident.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah. To the left of the flag.
Big boat coming in.
Yeah, another. He's going out, so watch him, Dave. Yeah, so I think we're tie on here, Dave. Let's see if we can get inside a little bit, because this is going to be for these big day trip boats. See if we can just go look, see where he is there. See where I'm pointing, Dave?
Yeah.
I think going there. Right, this will do us for a bit of lunch. Yeah, looks good. What a magnificent place. There's got to be a supermarket here, Dave.
About this line going across.
No, just go there, mate. Just go there by them white tyres and that handrail. Yeah, look, down by the handrail. That's where we get off. Brilliant, well done, boy. So this is Kalkoi. There's the castle up the top. And if you want to know where you are, or where I am, the I Am Here Cafe. Good name. Where are you? I'm here in the cafe. A few big gullets here. This is the restaurant that we've just tied our tender up on. These are some of the things here that you can do. Some amazing rock cut tombs around here. Not sure where that place is, but it must be local to here. And that's a view looking down on the castle. There's an amphitheatre. Got the tender here. We brought our fuel can just in case we can get fuel here. We're running low on fuel, still got enough, but we are running low. What a magnificent place. Lots of restaurants and bars. I think we found another bit of paradise. This place is amazing. I have to say, so far Turkey has been an absolute eye-opener. There is a little sign there saying market, and we do need some provisions, so hopefully we should be able to get some stuff out of there. Clear water. Loads of fishing boats. And we're just literally round that corner, overlooking the castle. Nice little bar, nice little restaurant. Magical. Yeah, Dave, that looks like a cut tomb there, see it?
Yeah, I'll see that. The arch one.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Over there, I think, is another. I don't know if this is going to pick it up very well, this camera. But somewhere there. We are on anchor. Well, they've all left us. There was a load of boats here just a second ago.
Gone, mate.
These two gullies outside have dropped their Patreons off. They've walked down here to go up to the castle and then they come back and pick them up. Here comes a local fisherman. Tuk, yeah. Seen a few of them out there today when we come sailing in, didn't we? Fishing boats.
Yeah.
He's going to land his catch. Yeah, look, that lady over there, Dave, I think she's probably going to buy the fish off of him. She's waving him in.
Or he's just got her superbly trained.
You can't superbly train women, can you?
No, you
well, she's taking the lines off of him. Yeah, look, Dave, he's got a rod so he can push the back of the boat over.
He should have a cornetto as well, shouldn't he?
I reckon that whoever she is, she's from the restaurant here and they're buying their fish off of him.
Yeah.
This place is truly magical. Truly, truly, truly magical. What a place. We've had our lunch. We're just finishing our beers off. And then we're going to go for a walk. It's like Piccadilly Circus, David. Look, within 30 seconds, three have come in. Yeah, Dave, he's already dropped his anchor forward to spin it. He's dropping his anchor.
It's gone down the side of it now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice.
Yeah, Dave, look at him reversing back. Amazing how they...
He's coming in on this side, isn't
Yeah, yeah. No, it might not be Dave, look. He might be coming back to where... Just behind you, yeah. And then, here, look, there's another one. Here's another one. This is what it must be like all day here. That one's called Bermuda. Oh no, he's coming over here, Dave. Dave, he's coming to our table.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, he's fine.
Hey mate, you want a beer?
It's mad, isn't it?
I wouldn't mind, but the step on the back is like 30 foot long. The old passerelle, look at the length of it.
The old shower.
Yeah.
When the night comes crawling and I'm all alone, I head for the highway, baby, to please my restless bones, my restless bones. me, baby? Or don't you care anymore? Oh, I know you're so much better than me, but let's not count the score.
There are so many tombs up here. We're on our way back down. We've passed a few already, but you can see just how many tombs there are, and quite a few are just hidden away, so you can't quite easily see them, but I'll do what I can. Every single one of them's been broken into, like this one here, and it looks like they put children in to get the artifacts out, because they're quite small break-ins. Some, like this one just here in front, have had the roof taken off, which is quite heavy, but there's a roof there, and that roof is laying next to it. But if you look, you can see the tombs everywhere here, and they run right the way down this valley. Reality is literally just round that corner.
It does look like they use kids to get into the tomb.
Oh, I think so, because they're such small holes.
Yeah.
Hey, king of the castle! We showed him the way up to the top tomb, and he hasn't stopped thanking us. So this one here with the roof missing, if I go around this corner, it's on the floor. There you go. So these ones probably weren't used by children. They just popped the top off and jumped inside. Now we've travelled the length from Brest from Bodrum, almost out of Finnegate. We're not there yet, but we're close to Finnegate, and we've come across loads of these, and most of them, like that one just in front, you can see how small that hole is. There's no way an adult would get in there. So I think going back thousands of years ago, when these were robbed, what are these, about 2,500 years old, Dave?
Yeah, 2,300 to 2,500.
So we don't think it was much long after they were actually entombed with all their gifts, these were broken into, and I think it was done by adults using children, because the holes are too small for adults in most cases.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this little hole on this one. You can see 3 in front of me, but as an example, I mean, an adult could get in there, but it's definitely the majority of what we've seen. They're much higher up in awkward positions.
And smaller holes in most of them.
Much smaller holes, yeah. So this is what the inside of a tomb would look like. This one's got a water bottle in it. Well, 2 water bottles. It looks quite small. So whoever was buried in there would have been buried with some artifacts to take to the other side of life. I think, not did they just have expensive jewellery and pottery and stuff like that, they also had animals buried with them, I believe. But there's another one with a hole in it. These 2 have got holes the other side. In fact, this one's got a tiny hole. Look, only a child could have got through there. Unless they used a rake and raked it forward and put their arms in and pulled it out. There's quite a few of these that are smashed to bits. One just there. I think this is the remnants of one. There's one over there. It's fascinating.
What are we looking at there, Cal?
Well, that's what I said on the way down. I think important people were raised higher up, weren't they?
Yeah.
So there's a smashed up one there. There's another smashed up one over there. And this one here has been elevated. So if you look at that, the highest one we came to was just over that mountain edge there. That was elevated as well.
Here's an example of one that would have been too big for an adult, I think.
Yeah, so that hole looks like it was used for a child to climb in. There's reality. There's another 2 tombs here. In fact, wherever you walk, there's lots of square rock structure. I mean, what a shame. Look at the state of this one. I mean, that one an adult could have got in easy. But I mean, just look at that. You're looking at something that's 2,500 years old, that's been broken into and robbed of the man's possessions, or the woman's possessions. Most of these were for kings though, weren't they, Dave? Or,
The kings,
or lesser
the lesser tombs were for the
family members, or
family members.
yeah. I mean, that would have been sitting square at one point. It's about to topple over like so many others, and as I say, there's reality behaving herself.
Maybe the builder of this one liked his beer.
Yeah, I think he was drunk when he put the spirit level on that.
I think so.
But that's actually a good shot there, because you can see quite a few in the distance. Bless you. Oh well, she don't speak English. So if you look, that gives you an example of how many are down this corridor, but there's loads more the other side. Right, we've got to find the main path back up to the castle, and now we're going to visit the castle. I think it was this way, Dave. Here, look, up here. Yeah.
This way, in the harbour.
No, we want to go to the castle.
No, okay. See you on the way back to that ice cream. I am here cafe.
No problem, I know you are. I've been to you before.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're expensive.
Come in cheap, no problem.
Okay, we'll have a discount. We'll have a deal. Yep, you tell him. It's too expensive.
You the king of the castle.
I think he's a dirty rascal. I don't know about the king of the castle. He's been following us. All because we showed him the way. Right, there's the castle, our next point of interest. Yeah, we showed him the light. We are at the top of Kel Castle, which we've been calling Kekova Castle. We still don't know what it's called, but anyway, down there is a tomb. One of the tombs that is submerged, or partly submerged in water. Lots of people snorkeling and swimming around it. There's the restaurant that we just sat at, which I think is that one there.
Just fabulous.
And there is the castle beneath us, and there is the amphitheatre, David.
Yeah.
So this is the amphitheatre, which is only said to be 7 rows deep, but it was an amphitheatre, special guests only. And then if we look over the back of this castle wall,
6, 7.
we get to see reality on anchor, stern to, behaving herself. And over the other side, where David is standing, if I can just get round this way, we get a very good shot of some of the tombs that we walked around earlier.
Looks like a Lagoon 42 coming out of that bay.
Yep, that's the Lagoon 42. So our plan after this is to go shopping But I think we'll go around and visit that tomb in the water, shall we, Dave, first?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
I think we might be able to leave the tender where it is,
Yeah, and
walk round and then just take our shoes off and walk in and get some pictures.
Yeah, that's spectacular.
There's a shop down there, but it's very basic. For some reason, that part of the castle down there, that one just there, I don't think you can get to visit it properly. That's why there's no one walking around it. Apparently it's a private house, or part of a private house. So the island in front is Kekova. Kekova Adassi. Kekova Adassi Island. And just the other side of where we're pointing is Horseshoe Bay, where we stayed last night. We're going to stay here tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to take the tender over there in that area just over there, and that's where the sunken city is, and then leave the next day and start heading down to Finnekie. But you can see the roofs you have to be careful of. They're quite well marked from here, obviously looking down on them, but absolutely fascinating. Yeah. Looks like there's a wall carved there, David, see it? Yeah. Set of steps, as you say there, little beach. Just watch the end of that rock, that pier there, well done, mate. And you can see up the top there, see all the block work.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really old, isn't it? And that wall runs right the way down. The history here is mind-boggling. Yeah, I think that's. I think that was a tomb, don't you?
Yeah.
The way that's been carved out. Yeah. Yeah. You can start to see that building that used to be up there. This would have been like a little city, wouldn't it, back in the day? And it's actually plastered in areas as well, Dave. Yeah, look all them rooms out. Yeah. Do you know what? It might even be underneath here. Yeah, I think David's right. This is, I believe, where the sunken city might be. We'll find out in a minute. Where's that, Dave?
Right there, see it? See the peak?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, look, there's a room cut out there in the natural stonework. Yeah, I think this might be it. Now, I don't see anybody else snorkel on it, but yeah. Yeah, wherever you look, you can see parts of walls where they've shaped out the natural stone. I mean, look here, Dave. You can see all the walls across the front that have fallen. This is definitely the sunken city, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I thought it was much further up. Well, the wall goes a long way. We can see that. Here, look. There's the wall still continuing there. Look. Wow. You'd like to come back 2,000 years ago and see what this looked like. You can actually see what looks like walls that have fallen down. See them? Look at that square cut there. Look, that's not natural, is it?
No, this is all the way round here.
Yeah. Now, one of these sunken cities you're not allowed to snorkel over, and the other one you are. So I
It shows you on Navionic.
Hey, look at that arch. Just there.
Yeah.
Oh, you can really see the wall structure there, Dave, looking up the hill.
And they have used the shape of the mountain.
Yeah,
Just one of the walls.
yeah. You can see all the big block work.
Now somewhere you'll see where you can dive, there's a big set of steps coming that come back down into the water.
Right.
So I think we're going past them, you can't dive. Look at that up there.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Just wherever you look, you can see stonework. Yeah, yeah, I can see it. Oh, yeah.
Actually looks like you're going up.
Well, that looks like a window and a doorway. So, you know, some of the original features, I mean, I don't know if this has been put back together here, but you see, looks like a load of windows coming up. You can go closer to land if you want, Dave.
It's right in there, look.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think they've put that back up just to give you an idea what it was like. I can't imagine all the earthquakes I've had around here that would have stayed like that, but maybe.
So I wonder if it was built down on the water's edge and it just collapsed even more.
Well, look, that's all plastered there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That definitely, or painted. And look, you can just see wherever you look, there's like all bits of wall structure. You can see a base.
Yeah, look, there's a roof line there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you can actually see where the roof structure was. They actually carved that roof structure out, didn't they? Clever. And even here, look, that bit there.
Yeah. I mean, you see the joist would have gone in
Yeah,
support the roof.
yeah. Oh, it's fascinating. And it goes for such a long way. I mean, it just looks never ending.
We need to execute time travelling drone, girl.
Yeah.
This might be the big girl.
Yeah, I see that coming up. This is where the big square bit is. I say I've seen a few people on YouTube snorkeling, and I know out of two sunken cities, one you're not allowed to snorkel over.
Yeah. I saw on Navionics was that down that end. It might make sense why it's got both.
Well, we'll run all the way down into the bay, and then we'll get a view on it from there. Yeah, look at that.
There's like a natural latrine there, see?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the place I've seen people snorkeling is kind of an area like that.
Yeah, there's a big set of steps that goes down into the water.
Wow.
It's mad.
Oh. Just imagine what it would have been like 2,500 years ago with everybody living right on the water's edge and boats coming in, catching fish and trading stuff. It's just impressive. Well, I think that looks... No, I think I can see another wall up there. I was going to say, I thought that was the end of it. You can see bits of block work there, can't you?
Yeah.
I mean, this looks almost impossible to build on, but they seem to do it somehow. I mean, block work all there.
More buildings here. There's blocks on there where it's all stained.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was a house there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was plastered. You can see the floor level to it.
So the earthquake has made all this sink into the sea.
Look how clear that water is. I'm sure they would have searched this coastline for artefacts, but I bet there's some artefacts still down here. Just amazing.
There's more coming up. Over there.
Yeah. You've got a big little type of bay coming up here. But you can see the foundations or whatever it is all the way across here, look. Yeah, look, something there would have been... I think there was an house there or something.
Yeah, rocks on the end, down the steps. That's right, they must have used some of these for putting in supply boats.
Kind of. It's just like a little bay.
See, there's some steps cut in there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you look at this wall right across this front, it's all been plastered. Yeah.
Little tunnel there.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean that is the back of a wall there. And look at the foundation underneath. Al, look at the wall. Sunken wall just there.
Steps going up there as well.
We just don't know if we're allowed to we brought our snorkeling gear, but we're not sure if we can snorkel here. Because one of the sunken cities you're allowed to snorkel on. Yeah, look at that with all the square wood trusses that would have come out. Or concrete trusses that would have gone in, I'm not sure, but yeah, that would have been the floor, I reckon. Yeah, look at that in the centre.
You can see the floor there, can't you? Cut out for the floor. You can see more down here as well.
It just don't stop, does it? Well, we need to find out if we're allowed to snorkel here. There could be a big penalty for snorkeling here when you're not allowed to. Well, we think we found a place where you can snorkel.
I think you're right.
So in front of us is the area of the sunken city that you can swim in. You can see all these people. I think we'll keep to the left hand side, Dave, very slowly. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a fishing line out, see him? Let's let this boat go through. See this boat coming down the middle? Let's let him. Yeah, so there's people all standing up there. Yeah, she stalls, didn't she? Wow, look at that. Well, we've just had a walk around this old city. And there are loads and loads of buildings here. Earthquakes have knocked them down over the years, but they are quite something. From here it doesn't look anything, but once you get amongst them, you start seeing all the arch shapes and window shapes and doors and stuff. So these are some of the footings that you can see under here, and a few more footings there. We're gonna leave our gear here, get our snorkel on, and this is sort of the part of the area that most people snorkel. We don't have an underwater camera. Well, we do, but I've left it on the boat, so we're just going to have to go around and see it. We might be able to walk further around here and film some of the footings from the top, which I might do later. But right, we're going to go in.
When I call her up to say I'm in town, I get a notion that we both walk the same ground. Been traveling all over, searching far and away for a sign to lead me straight. We walk together down the streets of our home.
That one wobbling around, look.
That's reality I can see behind the back. I didn't realise I could see it from here. Can you see reality?
Yeah, through the gap.
Yeah, I didn't realise. See, he's out there. Comes another one in. Bermuda, we just filmed that up in that bay.
Got in there.
4 of them all on that tiny dock.
That's bad, isn't it?
Well, it was 5 because the other one's only just gone off. That one's going out. That one's coming in. Mad. Absolutely mad. But that Bermuda, you said Bermuda, Dave, in the middle there, but we just filmed him.
Seen the other day as well, didn't we?
Well, he was here the other day, yeah.
There's some stunning sights around here, mate.
Yeah, there really is, yeah. Oh, I say, oh gosh. Turn it in, love. When you said amazing sights, I was on about castles and tombs,
That's what I meant, mate.
not backsides.
Come around like they're in the bath, don't they?
Yeah, but they don't hit each other, do they? They don't smash into the docks or anything. They really, really know what they're doing. Amazing.